They really walked right into the lion's den with this one. Interrupting someone mid-thought is risky enough, but cutting off Joe Rogan? That's a whole different game. And spoiler alert, it doesn't end well. Joe doesn't take interruptions lightly, especially not on his own show. From Neil deGrasse Tyson to Steven Crowder, we're about to dive into some unforgettable moments where guests learned that the hard way. And yes, even Jamie wasn't spared. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more breakdowns like this.
In the future, you can just redirect a comet and get all the water you need, but
how far distant is that?
the comet's everywhere, dude. We're in a shooting gallery.
Yeah, that's not what I asked.
Oh,
how far away do you think it is before we could redirect?
How far away in time?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Because when ice melts, it takes up lower volume than it was when it became ice. And that's why pipes break.
I thought pipes break just because the water expands.
Yeah, I just described that in the opposite direction.
Oh, so because as it freezes it, but I didn't know it gets larger.
That's what expansion means. What's with your vocabulary here? Whatever is your concept, the discoveries of astrophysicists bring you closer to it.
I get your perspective. Let me be the opposing view. They feel.
No, I'm not trying to.
No, I know you're not.
This is just information.
Okay.
This is information, and I walk out of the room.
You'd think Neil would have known better. This wasn't his first time on the show, after all. But no, his habit of dominating conversations was at full blast. Sure, his scientific insights are interesting, but there's only so much airtime one person should hog. Cutting in every few seconds like he's racing a clock? Not a good look. You can actually see Joe's patience running thin, and the whole vibe just starts to get tense fast.
I think the real problem, too, is I think it's
if you value mountain climbing.
That's the thing about
By the way,
water.
every glass. Do you see this?
People's pee is in it.
That's correct.
How much of a?
By the way, all the glaciers are fresh water. Here's something that no one talks about. When the glaciers melt, where does the water go? Where does it go? Just tell me. You know the answer. Just
into the ocean.
Back in the ocean. That's the map of dark matter in the universe. A three-dimensional map.
I've tried to give that a shot.
Yes. No, we don't know what it is, so don't worry about it if you don't understand it.
Yeah, but it's too goddamn confusing for me.
It's not confusing at all. It's something out there that has 85% of the gravity of the universe, and we don't know what the hell it is.
That's not confusing?
It's not confusing. It's
if you don't know what the hell it is, it's confusing by nature. When I've talked to other astrophysicists and scientists...
Wait, let me ask. Are these conversations supposed to have a theme or a purpose? Or is it just you sit there and just whatever comes to your head, you send my way?
You and me?
Yeah.
Well, clearly, it's just whatever comes to my head.
That's assuming Joe even gets a word in. The comment section went wild on this one. One viewer joked, "I feel like Neil deGrasse Tyson didn't let the guests speak much," while another said, "Imagine 2 Neil deGrasse Tysons in a room. It'd be a black hole of interruption. No one would get a sentence out. They'd collapse under the weight of non-stop commentary." Up next, Adam Curry, who dared to interrupt Joe before he even finished asking a question.
Right, if they decided to have an Apple coin, and you'd buy all Apple products with Apple phones, Apple iMacs, and you just invest in... What do you mean, no? Hold, please.
I'm going to tell you what it is.
Hold, please. Let me finish. You let people invest in being a part of the company. So you buy coins, and through those coins, you can buy products, and you can invest a certain amount, and the coins go up, you actually make money. The coins go down, you lose money. And as the company keeps doing better, it's almost like another version of stocks or something. And you buy it all through that. Is that possible?
Possible.
Now that you heard me all the way through.
Sorry, it's a very bad habit I have.
That's okay. You're just excited to talk.
I am a fucking know-it-all. I'm very excited.
You're smart.
About it.
You're excited to...
If you don't know who Adam Curry is, he's basically the original podcaster. People even call him the Podfather. He co-created the software that let people download podcasts straight to their iPods. And hey, quick reminder, if you're enjoying the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Anyway, to Curry's credit, he caught himself and backed off pretty quickly. But nothing compares to what happened with Steven Crowder. That exchange? Pure podcast legend.
It's not necessarily true of people allowed to grow it themselves.
Maybe it's not necessarily true. I'll give you that. But I also think it's not necessarily true that the reason people can't smoke up is because Big Pharma is sitting somewhere, Martin Shkreli going, "Oh, let's make pot illegal."
Well, not that
That's
guy.
my only point.
But there are absolutely people who have lobbied, as we talked about how the prison guard union has lobbied to keep marijuana illegal. There's absolutely pharmaceutical companies have done the same thing. It was revealed in the WikiLeaks memos.
See, this is where I was saying
Hold on, don't interrupt me. Where Hillary Clinton said that she's against marijuana in every sense of the word, right? You remember those WikiLeaks papers that came out?
Yeah.
Is he? He said he would leave it up to the states.
Yeah.
That's actually a constitutional approach.
Cannabis is one subject you don't want to bring up lightly with Joe Rogan. Unless you're fully ready for a passionate gloves-off debate, it's best left alone. Joe's been loud and proud about weed for years, praising its benefits and calling out what he sees as hypocrisy. The second it comes up, you can almost see him preparing to launch into a storm of facts and stories. But Crowder? He doesn't fold. And that's exactly what lit the fuse on this heated moment.
Holla at Colorado.
Yeah. But another thing that we just wrote about, and again, people get mad with the weed
Economics.
issue. Well, no. Traffic fatalities regarding marijuana have skyrocketed.
Google that, because that's nonsense.
No, we wrote about it at loudandbetter.com.
Drunk driving arrests have dropped. What do you mean you've... First of all...
Yeah, we wrote about what the sources
First of
are, the
all,
original studies.
Just because someone gets in an accident and they're high...
See,
hold on, stop.
No, hold on a second. This is
You
because you just
interrupt
want-
way too much.
No,
You need to stop.
you talk in
Hold on a
paragraphs.
second. No. I don't talk in
Go ahead.
paragraphs. I make full points. If people are high a lot, and the same amount of fatalities exist, but the people that get checked once they get into these accidents happen to be high, it does not necessarily mean that marijuana caused those fatalities. It could be that you have an increased incidence of people doing marijuana and altercations that could not have been avoided.
It could be.
It could be.
But the statistical change is measurable.
Well, what
From
is it?
pre and
You're
post.
talking about in Colorado.
In states where it's been decriminalized.
Let's
or
go with
legalized.
Colorado.
And it didn't stop. The debate dragged on for a full 10 minutes, and the comments section blew up. People roasted Joe, calling him out for how aggressive he got. Eventually, he posted a long apology on Instagram. He wrote, "Well, this one went off the rails for a while. I genuinely like Steven. I might not agree with everything he says, but he's a good man." He admitted they were pretty drunk by the time weed came up, and things just unraveled. He added, "I take full responsibility. I messed up." Honestly, I don't think he had to apologize, but it says a lot about his character that he did.
Huge turnout, Joe. Huge turnout. Gigantic.
What's the number?
I'll pull them up for you right now.
It was 102 early.
Whoa.
And
I didn't vote because I thought too many people were voting.
Get this.
Isn't the early vote more than all of the vote from
No, it was
some years?
Yes, that's what I was going to say. For Texas
How about
specifically.
you let him answer since he's the f***ing expert?
You're looking at me.
Jamie's like, no.
For Texas specifically, yes. Texas passed the total number of votes in their pre-vote.
And now for one of the rare times Jamie slipped up. And yeah, it was kind of hilarious. It happened during the End of the World 2 episode, which dropped the day before the 2020 election. Joe should never forget it. Jamie's the guy who got an A in physics and always laughs at Joe's jokes, even when no one else does. So give my guy some credit. Anyway, I want to hear what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, share it with a friend. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.